Today we're going to talk about the day that God lied and the serpent told the truth. In the Genesis account, God tells Adam that he could eat from any of the trees of the garden except the tree of wisdom. When the wise serpent comes onto the scene, he speaks to Eve, and Eve tells him that they cannot eat from it and they cannot touch it, which is an addition that, according to the text, Eve makes to the story. And she says, "For on that day we shall surely die." And the wise serpent said, "No, you will not die. Your eyes will be opened and you will be like gods, and you will know good and evil." And then, after they had eaten of the fruit, Adam and Eve did not die on that day. Their eyes were opened and they saw good and evil, as of the gods. One of the most common Christian apologetics to try and explain this away is that they say that Adam and Eve didn't die physically, it was just a spiritual death. But the thing is that this is not taking into account the depth and gravity of the Hebrew words mot to mot. Now, it's hard to translate mot to mot into English, but it would be something like die the death or double die. In other words, it's unequivocal. They will die physically, emotionally, spiritually on that day. And they didn't die on that day. Another Christian apologetic is that a day is like 1,000 years to God, and they might not have died on that day, but eventually Adam and Eve did die. The problem with that is that God had already given the exhortation to Adam to be fruitful and multiply. So if death was not part of the life of Adam and Eve at that point, then we would soon have had a great overpopulation problem. The Jews wrote this story in a particular way, to be read in a particular way. And we know the history of Jewish theology because the Midrash and the Mishnah provide us an historical overview. We can say with firm conviction that the Jews have never had an original sin or a fall read from this text.